Kia ora bladers, happy holidays. I hope you've been making the most of all those spots that you can't skate any other time of year, or you're just braving out the snow. I know it's a rough time for a lot of you. In this video, I hope to tell you all the highlights of all the nominated skaters for Skater of the Year for Tom Moyes' award show, hopefully making it easier for you to know who you should vote for this one, who deserves it more. It does mean this is going to be biased. I've tried to make it a little unbiased, but it's definitely going to be biased, and I lean towards really liking street edits. So we're going to be going through all the nominees. I've picked out some highlights and things you should check out if you have time. And that includes not just the male skater of the year, but the Bladie and the youth skater of the year, because all of them are up for prize money. And this is a good time to remind you that if you have any money spare, consider supporting the GoFundMe for these awards. Every dollar minus the transaction fees goes to the skaters who win this award. But anyway, I don't want this video to be an hour long, so let's get into it. We're going to start off with the youth category, which is up to win 1,300 USD if we meet the full goal. So donate, right? We're going to go through an order that they're listed on the voting form. So first up is Sebastian Castro. Now, I'm sure I'm going to say a bunch of people's names wrong here, so I apologize in advance. But one thing I noticed from Sebastian's skating is that he is a really good street skater, and he has this core kind of skate vibe through all his skating that I really like, and I see a really strong future in him. One of the most standout things from all the videos he put out this year is I think he's hit the scariest kink rails out of anyone in blading this year. Multiple times, multiple different rails, all looking scary as, and he laced them all. So in total, he's put out 5 videos this year, 2 of them being solo edits, and 3 of them being group or duo edits. The 2 solo edits were only posted to Instagram, so if you're a boomer like me, you might have missed them, but they're both really good. He has a good balance between making it like an artsy kind of edit vibe. It's not just a montage of clips, but it's also still got a lot of good skating in it. And it does make me really excited for the future of more videos he's going to make. He's got a talent with editing and filming, but we're talking about his skating here. There's definitely enough time to check out all the edits, and I will have it linked in the description with everyone I'm talking about today. But if you do have to just pick one, you should check out the Synergy video that was posted to the Mesmer page, because I think it's the best one. This is a duo edit with his dad, and it's got my 2 favorite clips he's done this year, which is the front unity on the capped rail. That shit was so sick and so clean, and definitely a statement for the opener, as well as the ender. The ender is super cool, where he one-ups his dad on his transfer, gapping to the top horn there, super cool, and he does it stylish as. Overall, I was very impressed with the skating, and he's definitely well and truly deserved to be up for the nomination this year. He's killing it, and I'm excited to see more from him. Next up is Iftikar Firas. Now, I definitely said that wrong. I apologize, man. Said I think he's had the worst luck for this competition, because right around when he got nominated here, his Instagram was taken down and hacked or deleted or something. And he is based on Instagram, so that's all footage of him was lost at the worst time possible. Luckily, he has made a backup account and started posting up new stuff there. He also does have one edit, which is a vertical edit, and it's a 1 minute 1 spot for BMAG. Firas has had a dominating year at competitions with what looks to be 5 wins through several different competitions alongside 3rd place at the Blading Cup. So he's killing it in the competitions. And he's not just a park skater too, because my favorite clips from this year is his Instagram post where he's skating the street. He's out there in the street getting some steezy clips. He's got good style. He's a good skater. And another one, definitely worth being up here to nominate it for Young Blader of the Year. Next up, we have the crowd favorite, which is Seoa Jang. And the standout thing from her skating this year to me, for going through her Instagram clips, is she literally has no switch. She can do tricks both ways, both spins, and both feet, which is super underrated in blading thing. It's something you don't really notice when someone can spin both ways and use both feet. Most of her clips are out on Instagram, but she did have a couple parts this year. 2 videos, one being a solo edit, and the solo part is a really cool little street piece with a bunch of nice little tick and styly pieces in it. It's a very nice one, and one you should definitely take the time to watch. She also dominated in comps this year, getting 3 first places alongside a 3rd place at Blading Cup. But the overall big standout thing for me from her is definitely the opening thing I said, the fact that she can do tricks both way. And that's my favorite clip from her this year, is her showing that off, doing all these tricks switching regular in this Instagram post. She's a very tech and stylish skater, super underrated, and again, super well deserved of being nominated for Young Blader of the Year. Next up, we have the Brazilian superstar and crowd favorite again, Ana Julia. And man, she had a really good year this year. She has by far posted the most to Instagram out of anyone I covered this year in blading. So many clips, so many good clips on Instagram. She also really got to show off her big stunt skating this year with a bunch of crazy mega ramp clips that she makes look so easy. It's crazy to see her doing all these insane flips on these gigantic ramps. It's just a really good juxtaposition that's really impressive, and she's such a good asset for rollerblading. rollerblading and very inspiring. This year, she landed a double backflip, making her the second lady to do it and the first lady to do it in over 20 years. The first one to do it in 20 years, which is a big moment for the year that I think makes her a good contender for a Blader of the Year. No one else has a standout single trick like she does. She's not one of those skaters that only does flips too. She's got a bunch of crazy tech skating she does as well that she's posted on Instagram, which is also just impressive, showing how well-rounded she is as a skater. And all the skills she has really translate well to park skating and competition skating, which is shown by 4 wins she got this year and 1 third place. There's a weird trend with that. They all seem to win 4 and have a third place once. She did manage to put out 1 edit this year too that just came out recently, and it's pretty much just one line through a skate park. It's an edited line that's like trying to hide the cuts, but it's super impressive nonetheless, and it's a really cool little piece. I'm glad she's putting out some stuff on YouTube too, because that's what I like. My standout one favorite clip from her this year is definitely that double backflip though. Making history like that is super cool. And it's only the beginning. I can't wait to see more. I'm sure she's going for something crazier next year. The next nominee is Michał Pietrzak. I'm sure I said that wrong. I'm sorry, brother. I've seen his clips for ages on the stream too. So Michał is another great street skater, which is obviously what I love in skating. And it was an absolute pleasure to check all his clips out. He has my favorite ad featuring rollerblading done this year. It's this Instagram ad where he's just skating in a mall. It's like dream come true, man. I hope he gets another opportunity to do this, to do all the dream tricks of like actually skating the mall handrails and stuff. It's super cool. But that's just a caveat. He's also had an insanely good year of street skating. He only had 1 edit come out this year, and it did come out recently, but it is my favorite street edit of all the nominees this year. It's a super good one. He goes all out with some really good tricks, and it is one you should definitely watch if you have the time today. He also won 4 competitions this year, and my favorite clip from this year is definitely his alley-oop unity down the kink rail he did in his street section. Because that shit is insane. And yes, you heard me right. I said alley-oop unity. I can't get enough of his street skating. I can't wait to see his next part. He's absolutely killing it. And again, is another person well and truly deserving of being a nominee and potential Blader of the Year this year for the under 18s. Our final nominee for this category is Azrul. Apologize for saying your name wrong, I'm sure I am. And here we have another excellent street skater, which is what I like for Blader of the Year, you know. He has put out 2 edits this year, one on Instagram, one on YouTube, and they're both super good and very steezy. The one thing that I noticed about him is he is one of the best mistrials in the game. He's got a really good style, and it really shows in his mistrials. They're so perfect, they're so nice looking, and he absolutely laced it. You should definitely take the time to check out both his edits. They're not too long. You definitely have the time to see it, and you'll see how much he kills it in these. He's another skater in here well and truly deserving of a nomination and possibly being Blader of the Year this year. And again, just like everyone in this list, it makes me so excited to see more from him. I can't wait to see his next street edit because he's got such a good style. One of the styliest in here, I'd say. This whole category is absolutely stacked, and everyone in it deserves a win. I don't think there could be a loser. They're all absolutely killing it. It's an impossible decision, but if you have a decision, you should let me know who you're voting for in the comments and why, and sell me on it, because I'm honestly torn between all of them. They're all killing it. The next category, though, is Bladie of the Year. Bladie of the Year could get $5,300 if we meet the funding goals. So if you have any spare dollars, reminder again, consider putting it there. It's a good thing to get behind. And the first nominee, going through the list that they're in for the voting sheet, is Chihiro Azuma. Now, she is a fan favorite for a reason. She's got a very clean style, is a really good skater, and has one of the coolest pro skates. Didn't come out this year, though, so it doesn't really count. Sadly, she didn't really put any edits out this year that I could find. I could be wrong about that. I did find one kind of group edit she's in, but she kind of only has 1 clip in it. She definitely had more of a focus on Instagram and comp skating, which she's doing really good. And if I had to pick my favorite clip from the year from her, it was her alley-oop soul on the rainbow rail over the car. I think that shit is crazy. The whole clip is sick. So cool. The next nominee is Colares, who again, I don't even know if I'm saying her name wrong. I apologize. She once again does not have any new edits this year. She did start the year just before the new year. She got a pro skate and dropped 2 back-to-back street edits, so that's probably why. But she had more of a focus on Instagram again, where she had some really good clips there. My favorite one is these casual street clips she's getting here, hitting this handrail. She's got such a good front Nugan, it's super stylish, but I am hanging out for that next street edit because the last ones were so sick. And if I missed an edit from her this year, please let me know. I'll put a correction at the top comment. Next up, we have Nicoly Machado, or I'm sure I said her last name wrong, but Nicoly is at a hell of a year. Not only did she get her first aggressive pro skate, she already had a pro skate before, but this is an aggressive one. She also put out a ton of content. She is an absolute machine and another great icon and a great asset for rollerblading. She put out 5 videos throughout the year this year. They're all solo parts, but you lose a couple. One's a free skate edit, and one is also like a best of, which is a little doesn't quite count, but there's still a lot of really good videos coming out, and they're all super high quality. Nicoly really pushed herself to go and do a lot of street skating this year, and proved it with 2 street edits, which was really cool to see. She was up for nominations last year, where that was the thing I think was lacking from her post. It was all kind of park edits, and she said that she was going to try get out in the streets and make a proper edit, and she proved it. She did it here, and I can see her pushing herself, and it's been very inspiring to see. My favorite clip from her this year, though, is the soul down a massive kink rail she hit. That rail just looks so not fun. It's so tall and so steep, like nothing. It's one of those ones that I think is way harder than it looks and way more intimidating and scary, and she laced it, and again just proved the fact that she was well and truly deserved this pro skate she got, and it's a really cool colorway too, so props to her, and she definitely is well and truly deserved of being up for Bladie of the Year, and I want to see leaning quite hard towards her at this point, but that could be because she did start a clothing brand with a kiwi on it, so you know. Next up we have Parejo. I'm probably saying that wrong, I apologize. She recently got picked up by Cougar, and she claimed her spot with a really good introduction edit that she did, which is her 1 edit from the year, and there's a really nice little street edit. She also showed up at a lot of comps this year and did a lot of really cool clips. I see she seems to be really good at the disaster grinds, especially gapping the top sides, which is really, really impressive. Like, that shit's crazy, which is why my favorite clip from her this year is her gap the top essay that she did what looks to be at Blading Cup, although I'm going to be editing this later. I probably got that wrong. Congrats to her for getting onto Cougar. It's another great year for her, and definitely another skater deserving of being up for Bladie of the Year, or Bladie of the Year this year. And the final 2 nominees for Bladie of the Year are Seoa Jang and Anna Julia. And we just covered them previously, so go back to the timestamp if you skipped here. But they're both equally as deserving, and both have had crazy good years as well. This is once again a really competitive category. It's hard to make a decision, but I'm definitely leading towards either Anna Julia or Nicoly. I think they've done the best this year and really stand out. And if I go for my classics for like in a street edit, I'm probably going for Nicoly at this stage. But I want to know who you're voting for and why. Let me know in the comments for that category. Do all the categories though. Put it all together. I want to see it. On to our final category of the day, and that is Bladie of the Year 2025. Now, there were so many videos here that it'd take you multiple days to actually go through and watch everything all these players have done. They absolutely killed it this year. I'm going to try to summarize it for you. They're up to win, if they win this category, $5,300 US, but that is only the case if we meet the funding goal. So once again, consider if you have even a couple dollars spare, putting it towards the GoFundMe so that we can get these skaters paid and keep the momentum going and motivate them to go even harder next year. But the first nominee we have, in order of how they're listed on the form, is Josiah Blee, who's kind of an underdog, a guy that's been absolutely killing it in skating for ages, has been one of my favorites since like 2010. He's had an insanely good year with a super high output of solo sections. He has a total of 5 videos that he's in, only one of them being a duo edit, and a couple of them actually being sections of longer videos, which, quick tangent, I want to know what you guys think of that, because I find I miss these edits when that happens. I kind of wish they were also posted individually, but I have you covered. The links that I have listed to all the stuff people have done this year are timestamps, so you'll get right to the edit. But anyway, Josiah absolutely killed it this year with his usual insanely tech and styly street skating, all caught in that standard definition, feeling super like nostalgic almost. He absolutely killed it, and to pick one clip was super hard for me to do, but I like these 2 back-to-back clips in his edit that was posted up on Tom Moyes' channel, just because he killed it. I love the 360 porn off the torque foot, and the crazy 3-soul to alley-oop unity is just but the whole thing is great. That's the worst part. Josiah, the underdog, is absolutely well and truly deserving of Skater of the Year this year. He killed it. The thought of what he could achieve after winning Skater of the Year next year, the like motivation to get out of that, the edit we could get out of that, the year of edits we could get, is definitely worth considering if you want to vote for him. Moving on though, next up we have Yuto Goto, who is one of the most stylish and sick skaters in the game, one of the coolest people on Roshi's too, and he has had a killer year as well. I think he's done some of his best skating to date and put out his best sections. He was in a total of 4 videos this year, with 2 of them being solo edits, and these 2 solo edits were so good. He was out in the streets doing this like usual styly but kind of different tech skating, and it was really nice to watch. If you have the time, definitely check out both these solo edits. If you haven't seen them, they are really good. It was super hard to pick a favorite clip from him because the whole edit, they just fit. There's a vibe to the whole edit that works super well. When I picked one, it was this 270 backside he does this on this weird wiggly ledge. I think it's the way he pops out of it is super nice. And I think it frames how like kind of tick he is, while also being super stylish and in control. He's had a killer year and is well and truly deserving again of Player of the Year. So definitely consider voting for him. Then we have Kelso, who is the reigning champion, back-to-back winner of Skater of the Year. And he did a different strat this year. He only put out 2 edits and only 1 being a solo edit, although it is a very long edit. It kind of seems like instead of doing the a couple edits throughout the year, or like 2 or 3 edits at the end of the year like he did last year, he just put it all into one crazy edit. Now there's a reason why he's been winning here. He's just been upping the game every time, one-upping himself. It's like almost like no one else is in this league. He goes to these similar spots, but just somehow does even crazier switch-ups. Super tech, super styly, and very motivating. My favorite clip from this year, though, it's super hard to choose again. Some of these are so tech, you really need to watch them like in slow-mo and multiple times to really get it. But I really like just the 0 backslide he does with the leg drop on this handrail. So clean, so nice, so cool. I just keep thinking about that one. It's so good. But there's so many clips in these edits, and there's only one to watch. You can definitely check this one out if you haven't. I don't think I'm a big fan of the one big edit at the end of the year. I think it would have had more impact if he had several edits throughout the year, but that's just my thoughts. Again, though, it's definitely deserving of Bladie of the Year again. He's killing it, and I won't be surprised if he takes it out again. Next up, we have one of my other favorite skaters, that is Levi van Rijn. Now, he's had a really good year again as well. All I could find, though, was 2 videos from him, one being his edit for the edit competition. But man, did I like that edit. I wouldn't lean towards that being my favorite edit from the year. I think the length of it and everything, and the pacing and the clip choices, and the certain tricks he did, I think it's the perfect mix for a great edit, and it's definitely one of my favorites. And of course, it's up for trick of the year, his spiral staircase to wall bonk. So you've probably definitely seen it at this point, but I would also say that's my favorite clip of him this year too. That's my highlight. You only got one edit to watch, so definitely you have the time to watch that one. I definitely recommend it because it's such a good edit. It's not just like a super tech hard trick that you'll probably forget about. The spiral staircase, one up with the bonk out, I think is super memorable, and it's one I've been thinking ever since I've seen it anyway. That edit does also leave me wanting way more Levi stuff. I wish there was more edits I could have pulled up for you, so I'm hanging out for more. But yeah, could win Bladie of the Year, and I think he would deserve it. It'd be a good win. Next up, we have Seufferheld, who I'm sure I said his name wrong. Sorry, man. Seba had another really good year. He put out 3, I think all I could find was 3 insanely unique and memorable edits. There's so much energy to his skating, and just feels like he's in a completely different category to anyone else on this list. When I see his skating, I feel like it is skating without any self-consciousness. It's like if rollerblading didn't have to go through being called gay, it would be more like what he is doing. He turns the whole world into transition. He makes flat walls right as smooth as like the smoothest quarter pipe you have in your local city. It's very fun to watch, very inspiring, and he just makes skating look super fun. His most recent edit is a really long one. It's like 18 minutes or something, and I think it does lean a bit too hard into the artsy side of edits. There's a lot of it's more leaning towards like museum piece than skating edit. But at the same time, my favorite clip is from the edit that he's done this year, and it's this crazy dropping he does, where he's just dropping into, it's a huge drop into like the roughest ground I've ever seen, and I just love it. It's good shit. Seba definitely stands out on this list, and that's why I think it's definitely worth considering voting for Bladie of the Year this year. He is in a league of his own, pushing boundaries and doing things so different to everyone else. And it's been really nice to watch. And our final nominee for this category and of this video is Bobi Spassov, who I think has had an insanely good year this year with really high output of videos alongside a high output of quality, which I didn't think was possible. He's put out at least 7 full parts this year, 7 edits throughout the whole year. And he started the year so strong with In and Out, where the ender is that insane drop-in. And that insane drop-in, yeah, that was this year, I would put in as my favorite clip from him this year, because it's just insane. That thing is so big. It doesn't make any sense that he did that. So in these 7 edits, a lot of them are some of the best kind of team or group edits of the year as well. But the 5 solo edits he did, one doesn't really count because it's like it's kind of a re-edit. And it's not a best of, it's a re-edit, which I do think is a cardinal sin. It's weird to kind of reuse your clips, in my opinion. That's a super nitpick, that doesn't matter at all. But overall, all these edits are such high quality. None of them disappoint. He's got this like insane kind of tech, really good skating throughout, and there's no low point in it. I think he consistently delivered top tier skating for the entire year, despite taking a pretty bad fall in the middle. And honestly, if I reflect on what I believe should give you Skater of the Year, me personally, and that's my opinion, it's biased. Skater of the Year can mean something different to you. It doesn't mean you're wrong or I'm wrong, okay? But I want someone who's consistently putting out street edits throughout the year, not just around the time that the polling goes up, the whole year. And Bobi did that. Not only did he do that, he did it at a high quality, which is super impressive. And it was really cool to see him push the boundaries with 5 damn video, where he's it's more leaning towards the artsy side, and it's cool to see him kind of flex his like artistic muscle there. You know, I think he is well and truly deserving of Skater of the Year, and I think he will be getting my vote at this point. But I will want to know once again, because this is a super competitive category. Again, everyone in it deserves to win, I think, and I could definitely be swayed through a comment. So who are you voting for Skater of the Year and why? So I spent a lot of time reverse engineering the nominees for this poll here and got all the links to all of the stuff they did this year, including other categories like the Trick of the Year, Edits of the Year, and I have made it a public Google Drive, so consider using it so I didn't just waste my whole time if you want to see and actually watch the stuff as you go through the vote. But this is a reminder that you should vote. You've only got a few days left. Voting closes on January 5th, I think, so don't miss out on that. And again, it's a final kind of plea to consider donating to the GoFundMe. Keeping momentum behind this is a really good idea. It really charges up skaters, which increases the reach. And all these individual edits inspire us as bladers. It gets you to go out and skate, you know, and just think of the overriding effect that has on blading. You know, more people out skating, the videos get seen by more people, and more people might get into it. It's good all around. This is a great thing to get behind. So, like I said, even $2, consider giving it to the GoFundMe. And that's it for me this year. I didn't think I'd get another video out, but I did. I'm sure this is full of mistakes. I tried pretty hard to make this, and it feels a bit rushed. So do tell me in the comments, I'm sure you will, how wrong I am about everything. It'll be a great way to start the new year. Happy New Year's, guys. Massive thank you to my patrons and members. I cannot do this without them. Consider supporting. I am doing a secret project for patrons right now. Even the free ones, if you sign up for free, you have the opportunity to get something physical for free if I get it done. And the goal is to do it ASAP, so hopefully I'll do that after finishing this video. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Happy New Year. Let's go let's get out and do some street skating next year. Me and you, we're all going to do it. And I'll see you out there. Peace out.